Hello students and a very good evening to all of you. Today in this video, we are going to simplify this algebraic expression, and this problem is based on practice set 6.3 of class 8's mathematics textbook. This problem is completely out of textbook, but it is based on the concept in the textbook. So you can say it is an extra problem, right? So we can simplify this expression using two methods. The first method, I will say, you can use the expansion formula of a plus b whole bracket cube and a minus b whole bracket cube. Because in first bracket, we have the addition of two terms, and in another bracket, we have the subtraction or difference of two terms, and the terms are the same terms. Okay, in first bracket we have the addition of two terms, and in second bracket we have the difference of the same terms, and indices of both brackets are 3 or cube of the brackets. So first I'm going to simplify this expression using expansion formula of a plus b whole bracket cube and a minus b whole bracket cube. So let's solve it. So first of all, I'm going to expand this bracket using the formula a plus b whole bracket cube. The formula a plus b whole bracket cube states the cube of first term, and in first bracket we have 2xm as a first term. Then the cube of first term will be 8x cube m cube, then plus 3 times the square of first term, and the square of first term is 4x square m square into second term, that is yn, or you can write ny. Then plus 3 times the first term. The first term is 2xm into second term's square, that is 3ab square. B square means the square of y and n. So y square is y square and n square is n square. Then the cube of second term. The second term is yn. So the cube of yn is equal to y cube n cube. So this is nothing but the expansion of first bracket. Now we have second bracket with the same terms, but this time we have subtraction of these two terms, and the sign between these two brackets is negative. So I'm going to write the same sign negative here. And now the expansion of a second bracket in this square bracket. So since we have the same terms, the expansion of this bracket and this bracket will be the same, except the signs. Okay, so a minus b whole bracket cube states the cube of first term, which we have already written here, 8x cube m cube, then minus 3 times the square of first term into second term. So 3 times the square of first term will be 2xm whole bracket square, will return us 4x square m square into second term, that is yn, then plus 3 times the square of the 3 times first term into the square of second term, that is 3 times 2xm into the square of second term, that is y square n square, and lastly minus the cube of second term, that is cube of yn. So y's cube is y cube and n's cube is n cube, and bracket is closed. Now we have this negative sign just outside the bracket. So this negative sign or negative one will multiply each term in this bracket. So we have 4 terms in this bracket. And these are those 4 terms. Now First expansion of first bracket will remain as it is, like 8x cube m cube plus 3 times 4x square m square times yn plus 3 times 2xm into y square n square, and lastly plus y cube n cube. Now this negative sign or negative one will distribute between all these four terms. Okay, so I'm going to write the result when we multiply this bracket with negative sign or -1. Now the result of this process will be we will get the same terms but with the odd signs. Okay, so -1 into first term will return us minus 8x cube m cube. Then -1 into this term, which is already a negative term, will return us a positive expression, and that will be 3 times 4x square m square into yn. Now let us multiply -1, and this term will give us minus 3 times 2xm into y square n square. And now multiply this term, which is already a negative term, with -1 or with minus sign, will give us a positive result, and we will get positive y cube n cube, and that's it. Now you can see we have the same terms, but sometimes they have the same sign, and sometimes or in another times they have odd signs. I mean, this 8x cube m cube is positive, and we have the same number with negative, so they will be cancelled out since they have odd signs. Then the same will be happen here. This whole term of positive and the same term with negative will be cancelled out, and the result or the remaining terms we will write just below this statement. Now we have same numbers with positive signs, and they are 3 times 4x square m square times yn, and plus 3 in bracket 4x square m square times yn will give us 3 plus 3, 6, and that will be positive 6, and the same bracket once 4x square m square times yn, and the addition of these two terms will be plus 2 times y cube, or you can also write this like 2y cube n cube. Now just multiply this bracket with 6, or before that just solve this bracket. So it will return us 6 times 4, 24 x square m square yn plus 2 times y cube n cube. So this will be the simplification of the given algebraic expression. Okay, you can note or take a snapshot of this whole solution. Now we will going to simplify the same algebraic expression with different method or using different formula of factorization of identity, factorization of algebraic expression. We also call them the identity of factorization of algebraic expression. So for that, I'm going to copy the same problem, simplify, and this time I'm going to use the identity of a cube minus b cube, which is equal to a minus b in another bracket a square plus ab plus b square. So this one is the identity of factorization of algebraic expression. And we have the same case here. We have a first bracket cube minus second brackets cube. So to the whole first bracket, base of the whole first bracket will be 2xm plus yn, and the base of the second bracket will be 2xm minus yn. So we'll consider these two terms as A, and the second bracket as B, and we are going to use this formula to simplify the given algebraic expression. So let's simplify this. So as per our formula, a cube minus b cube is equal to, in first bracket, a minus b, and a means the whole bracket or the whole first bracket, and b means whole second bracket. So we can write it as a means 2xm plus yn minus b means the second bracket, that is minus 2xm minus yn. Okay, so this is nothing but the value of, or the this expression is nothing but the a minus b in the formula. Now in a second bracket, we have to make the square of a square, or a square, which is equal to the square of first bracket, that is in bracket 2xm plus yn whole bracket square. It is nothing but the a square, right? Then plus the product of two bases, and here that product will be the product of these two brackets, means 2xm plus yn times 2xm minus yn, and lastly the square of b means the square of second bracket, and that is 2xm minus yn whole bracket square, and the square bracket is closed. Now let us simplify the first bracket. I'm going to write 2xm plus yn as it is, like this, 2xm plus yn. Now this negative sign will multiply both the terms in this parenthesis or simple bracket. So with the multiplication of minus and 2xm will return us minus 2xm, and minus 1 times minus yn will return us plus yn. All right. Now let us simplify the second bracket. The square of this bracket will give us, or we will going to use the formula of a plus b whole bracket square, implies the square of first term, that is square of 2xm, will give us 4x square m square plus 2 times the product of these two terms. And first of all, I'm going to multiply these two terms with each other, will give us 2xm yn, and we have to make the twice of this product. So 2 times 2 is 4xm yn. Okay, plus the square of second term means y square n square. All right, so these three terms are is the expansion of first bracket. Then you can see the second term here. We have the same numbers in the addition and the subtraction, and both these two brackets are in the relation of multiplication. So it is nothing but the expansion of a square minus b square, right? So we can make it compress, like we have a plus b in first bracket, a minus b in second bracket, and we can write it as a square minus b square. Here a square means the square of first term, that is square of 2xm, will give us 4x square m square, minus b square means the square of second term, that is square of y times square of n. Okay, now let us expand this bracket. For that, we will use a minus b whole bracket squares expansion formula. States the square of first term, that is square of 2xm, will give us 4x square m square, then minus 2 times the product of first and second terms, that is 2 times 2 is 4x m y n, and lastly the square of second term, which will be positive. So I'm going to write plus y square n square here. Okay, that's it. Now let's understand some cancellations here. Since we have 2xm negative, 2xm positive will be cancelled out with each other. Then let us find negative terms here. So we have 4 times xm yn, which is negative, and we have the same term with the positive sign will be cancelled out, and square of y and n together, that is minus y square n square, which is negative term, and we have the same term which is positive at the end of this expression. So they will be cancelled out since they have odd signs. All right, now the remaining things or the remaining terms, either they will add with each other or they will subtract. Before that, let's find if we have another negative terms in second bracket. No, they don't have. Okay, now let's write the remaining terms. Okay, so in first bracket we have yn plus yn, so it will give us 2yn into, since these two brackets are in the relation of multiplication, so the first bracket returned us 2 times yn, and let us write whatever remaining in the second bracket. So we have 4 times x square m square here, then 4 times x square m square here, and 4 times x square m square here. So we have 3 times 4x square m square. So we are going to add them together. So this addition will return us 12 times x square m square. Now the only thing or only term is remaining here, that is y square n square. So I'm going to write plus y square n square. Now the last step, we have to distribute 2yn in this bracket, means simply we have to make the multiplication of algebraic expression. So 2 times yn and 12 times y square m square will gives us 24 times x square m square yn, and 2 times yn into y square n square will gives us 2 times y cube n cube. Now let us see the answer which we have already found using first method. You can tally with this answer. So 24 x square m square yn is the first term in the answer, and we have the same term here, 24 x square m square yn, and the second term in the final answer is 2 times y cube n cube. Let's tally with this answer. So we have the same term here too, 2 y cube n cube, and that's it. And we have made the simplification of this given algebraic expression using 2 different methods. If you like this video, you can press the like button there. You can share this video among your friends, and if you are not yet subscribed my channel, you can subscribe to my channel and also touch to the bell icon, so you will get the notification as soon as possible, and you can enjoy this mind-blowing videos on my channel. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great time.